that's a motherfucking no-no. It's just another episode. Get your popcorn ready. We let the chopper explode. Hold the trigger finger steady. We gon' handle our business. Handle our business. Handle our business. Get the fuck up out your feelings. Handle our business. Handle our business. Handle our business. Get the fuck up out your feelings. Just another episode. Get your popcorn ready.
Yo, what's up? I am back with another video. Listen up. Forget what you heard. Forget what you think you know. You just step into the realest, dopest show on the internet. This ain't your grandmama's live stream. This ain't your little cousin's podcast. This is Welcome to the Crib, and I'm your host, Triple Beam. And if you're not here, you ain't nowhere. So before we dive in, do me a favor, hit the follow button, ring the notification bell, do what you gotta do. Follow me on Instagram at TripleBeam01, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Welcome to the Crib, and join the live hangouts on Twitch at Triple Beam Official. Now that we got that out the way and everybody is in the building, sit back, relax your feet, and let's get the show started. This is Welcome to the Crib. And right now what I am about to do, guys, is I am about to do the Clip It and Book It Player of the Week for Week 4 Sunday of NFL. Now, when you look around the league, you know, we have to ask ourselves, who's going to get consideration this week for Player of the Week? And just like I've told y'all earlier, if you don't win, you can't get in. You don't win, you cannot get in. Let's see what we have here. We had Pittsburgh. They get the win over there at Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers. You know, these guys, they play well. Get the win. You had the one touchdown. You had Kenneth Gainwell, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. Normally that's enough to get consideration. DK Metcalf, 126 yards and a touchdown. Normally that is enough to get consideration. You have Jackson Dart getting his first win, Giants quarterback. You had CJ Stroud getting his first win against Tennessee Titans, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's not enough to get you in. The Atlanta Falcons, they beat the Washington Commanders without their starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He's hurt. Michael Penix Jr. threw for 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Normally 313 yards would probably get you consideration. The Buffalo Bills, they absolutely destroyed the New Orleans Saints. Josh Allen, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook, 117 yards and a touchdown. 117 yards. Anytime you're a running back, you get over 100 yards on a touchdown and you get the win. A lot of times that's enough to get you consideration for Player of the Week. Jared Goff, they get the win. Jamar Gibbs almost got 100 yards rushing. I'm just going down the list. New England, Drake May, 2 touchdowns, 203 yards. That's not enough to get consideration. Jacksonville Jaguars, they get the upset, going to San Francisco and handle their business. Travis Etienne, 124 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Normally that's enough to get you consideration. But none of these guys are considered for Player of the Week because we had a showdown on Sunday night between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys, and I have 4 guys that get consideration for Player of the Week, and all 4 of these guys come from this game. This was one for the ages, an overtime game. ended in a tie, 40-40. Green Bay Packers on the road in Jerry World. The Dallas Cowboys get the tie. And so for my consideration for player of the week is Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. 22 completions, 31 attempts, 337 yards, 43 attempts, 31 completions, 337 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Jordan Love. Look, all these guys get consideration, man. I'm also going to consider Josh Jacobs, 22 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns for Josh Jacobs. He also had 4 catches for 71 yards for Josh Jacobs. Romeo Doubs, he gets consideration for player of the week. Romeo Doubs had, got to get Doubs numbers really quickly. Got to get Romeo Doubs numbers. Hold on, what a box score at? Here we go. Romeo Doubs had 6 catches, 58 yards, 3 touchdowns for the Pack. And on the other side, consideration for player of the week goes to Dak Prescott. 31 completions, 40 attempts, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns for Dak Prescott through the air. Dak Prescott also had a 1 rushing touchdown, so he finished the game with 4 total touchdowns for the Cowboys. And George Pickens, 8 catches, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Cowboys. He gets consideration also for this week's Book It and Clip It Player of the Week. Now, you guys let me know, who is the guy from Sunday that performed the best, that you would say was the most valuable player from Sunday? In your opinion, leave it in the comments. These are the 4 that I considered. Jordan Love, once again, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 22 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions, 71 yards for Josh Jacobs. He gets consideration also. Romeo Doubs, 6 catches, 58 yards, 3 touchdowns for Romeo Doubs. Clip it and book it. Consideration. George Pickens, 8 catches, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Cowboys. Clip it and book it. And also Dak Prescott, 31 completions, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown for Dak Prescott. Clip it and book it. Consideration. But for me, guys, the one player out of all these guys that stood out. Now, Romeo Doubs stood out with the cheese head, the damn Guardian cap on his helmet. He stood out. But he didn't stand out as big as this guy right here, man, and we're going to show him some love. This is this week's player of the week. This is the first receiver that is the player of the week for week 4 Sunday, and that is George Pickens of the Dallas Cowboys. 8 catches, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the Cowboys. And the reason why I gave it to Pickens over those other guys, Josh Jacobs is a close second, and Romeo, like all of these guys, they had great games. But for me, I think George Pickens, his catches were more impactful than any other catches that was made out there, because the biggest catch of the night and the biggest catch of the year so far was that one, where Dak threw up the fade ball to the sideline and he caught that thing between the corner and the safety. Okay, the safety was coming down and he caught it, was able to get both feet in bounds, man, and just corral that ball, man. That was such an athletic, a gifted catch, one of the most spectacular catches that I've seen in a while. And I think that's the best catch of the day. And also, so far this year, I think that's like the best catch that I've seen so far this year. And George Pickens, he caught passes in such critical time for the Cowboys to bail Dak Prescott and the Cowboys out. He was the key reason they were able to walk away with this from this game, without being in the loss column. And he stepped up to the plate without CeeDee Lamb. He stepped into that position, the number one role, and he played it well. He made great catches. And like I said, man, they were down 13-0 before George Pickens made that big catch. And then he did it again. And then he did it again. And again. That man did it a bunch of times, man, in that game. His play, those 8 catches, those 134 yards that he had, those was the most impactful plays from Sunday night. Matter of fact, from all day Sunday, those were the most impactful plays. George Pickens, Dallas Cowboys, 8 receptions, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is, welcome to the Cribs, clip it and book it, player of the week. Make some noise. All right, guys, that's my time. I'm Triple Beam. This is Welcome to the Crib. We'll see you next week with more NFL football from week 5. Make sure you tune in, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
That's a motherfucking no-no. It's just another episode. Get your popcorn ready. We let chopper.